Hi everyone, it's Jenny Gillen here, and this is the crash course in music analysis before an exam for mini analysis. So where we left off, we were talking about the few word technique, where we had before keywords like rhythm or melody or motif, putting a couple of words so that it is clearer what we're talking about. The next thing is to look at dynamics. And again, I wouldn't speak at the students. I would just say, give me reasons for this. How do we create? And they would just go through their vocabulary lists. So again, with dynamics, you would give the reason for the dynamic and say what the dynamic is, and then give dot point reasons for that dynamic. So if it's loud, you would say the melody is high, the rhythm is active, and the tone colors are bright and clear, but also multi-layered. There's a lot of air pressure, force, and the bow speed is fast. So those things to consider in terms of dynamics. The other thing is the number of instruments playing and what the texture is. Those feeds in it too, as well as other things like accents in articulation. The next thing I would do is a quick warm-up in terms of linking character to the elements of music. So we would brainstorm, and I would say energetic on the board, and I would go through the elements of music and just give an overview of what equals energetic. If you want to link this to some music, like maybe think of something like Eye of the Tiger for energetic, and play it like 30 seconds of that or less, even like 10 seconds of it, or 2 or 3 seconds, and talk about what makes it energetic. Usually rhythm is fast, use of semiquavers in a fast tempo. The melody can be high or uses big intervals and wide range. The other thing to do is remember this idea of an increased sense of. Okay, so that's a really good terminology if things are getting higher and higher and higher and louder and louder and louder. There is an increased sense of energy, helps to actually talk about that crescendo effect in music. The tone color tends to be bright, harsh, or a combination of lots of different tone colors. There's a wide variety of tone colors, and articulation would tend to be accented, staccato, premature or interrupted decay, and sudden attack. So that's energetic, and get students to quickly brainstorm what equals energetic in music and maybe play them 10 seconds of something to link to that. The next thing I would ask them to do is do the same thing for tranquil, and maybe play them a few, 10 seconds of like something like the Titanic theme, the nice tranquil bit, or Gabriel's oboe or something like that, but tranquil. So you're using mid-comfortable registers, legato, emerging attack, fading decay, long phrases, soft dynamics, few instruments, unified overall tone colors, homophonic, which may mean that one melody is much brighter and everything else is warm, aspirate, those sorts of things. Tempo is probably slower. So again, go through and brainstorm what tranquility is in music. Then I'd look at playful and maybe look at a few seconds of something like Mal Webb, Water Bear, one of my favorites. There are sudden changes in the elements of music from one extreme to another, in pitch, in tone color, in dynamics, and in quirky, for want of a better word, tone colors, like rattling and exaggeratedly nasal or farty, but basically tone colors which are very, very quirky and different, or extended techniques being used, okay? The next one to do would be to look at, and also to remind students that the opposite end of playful is chaotic. So if it's got a negative feeling. The next one is foreboding or bleak. And I kid you not, if you go to YouTube and search for ominous music, you will find some good examples of ominous music. So look at foreboding and bleak, which is limited instrumentation, use of a drone, musical space vertically, so big intervals or use of fifths, warm, aspirate tone colors or booming tone colors, slow tempo, long notes duration. If it's foreboding, you might have unexpected harmonic clashes happening and dissonance. Words not to use: the listener, random, epic, and I would brainstorm. There's many more of those. Things to look out for: is it a character question? The number of points per score, the number of points, dot points required. Are you combining elements or not? And use the words in your answer. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side.